Let's get to work.
Yeah, we good. We good.
All right, all right. I'll show you the Batmobile later.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, it's good to see you, my good brother. It's good to see you.
I'm still trying to. I'm waiting on my flight back to Earth. Uh,
Man,
look, bro, I'm not there. I'm in a whole nother planet.
look at my man. He ain't joking too. It's 8:31 out here. So I mean, he didn't just pull up out there. He really out there.
Nah, I've been here for the last 3 weeks. No food,
Shit.
no water, no nothing. Just figuring it out.
Look at my man Day. Hey, when you come back in population, we're gonna get that ski mask there in this Batmobile,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
this matte black, and then we got to see you over here too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, when you get back in population. So let's really get to it. I know historical you got a historical battle taking place with you and King Los.
Yes, sir.
And you know I love both you brothers, man. And I don't think people really realize what's about to take place.
Mhm.
And I can't even fathom what's about to take place. I could let my imagination go wild, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows. You know what I'm saying? But it can only go to one or two places. What I'm worried about is the Atlanta crowd because they've disappointed me when I watch some battles take place out there. So I don't know how they're gonna respond to what you guys got to do, but ultimately it's about getting the information off. You know, I know you guys gonna have some adrenochrome bars or something.
Yeah. Some some might be in there.
something. You know, I know y'all ain't gonna disappoint, but
Uh,
I wanted to talk to you when I was just building with you on the phone not too long ago, and I'm saying, when did this wave of everybody embraces daylight start to happen? Because I know when we first started getting up and hanging out, and you coming to the crib and shit, everybody was just warning me like, "Yo, stay away from him, or he be bugging, son is wilding. What do you see in the brother? Like, like a nigga trying to have a relationship or some shit. Like, what are you talking about?" So, I come out for some air, and I'm thinking it's still so-called risky to befriend my brother. And then people like, nah, he's top tier. He's number one. He's elite. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? When did this happen? Because I've been to your genius, but suddenly everybody's aware of your genius. So when did this actually start to happen? This
um,
embrace for
I,
daylight.
I think the COVID era had a lot to do with it. Like I told you on the phone, I think now that people wasn't just out getting drunk and drinking their minds out of this world and just being complete ignorant niggas. I think when they had the time to sit in the house for a whole year and they ran out of Netflix shows and they ran out of Walking Dead episodes, I
Yeah,
think they finally went back and just watched my whole catalog. They just probably got it. Like, oh shit, I see what this nigga did now.
dig it, dig it, dig it. You definitely phenomenal, man. I mean, no one could pull it off quite like how you pull it off with the things you've done to draw a certain level of attention to yourself. Um, no one has accomplished a level of mastery lyrically and marketing wise like yourself. I feel like you ran the two of them concurrent, and I feel like you mastered marketing and mastered lyricism at the same time, and that's two things we normally don't see.
Uh,
And
I noticed either you're just a troll and you're trash, or you're just extremely good and nobody knows you.
real talk, real talk. And so you did good. You did good for yourself, man. I want to ask you before we get into the meat of this. Where do we get your sneakers from, man? I you
Oh
know
yeah,
I I actually took a picture of somebody the other day because they was walking around. I was telling my wife, yo, that's Daylight's kicks.
hey
A
yo,
motherfucker
let's
really,
go.
it was fire. I wanted to send it to you. I got it, so I'm gonna send it to you. I was on
All right,
Hollywood Boulevard and somebody was walking by, and I'm like, yo, son got on Daylyt's black and gold joints.
Yo, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, I was proud as fuck. I was mad proud.
Fire.
So where
Yeah,
do
no,
my
you
phone
you can
get you?
go to rockdeep.com or Rock Deep Global, CKDEEP, Rock Deep. We might be sold out. I'm not even sure, but I know it's probably about 20 pairs left, period, or some shit. So, make sure y'all go tap in with Rock Deep Global ASAP.
Hey, you did a battle. I think it was with Smack,
Mm-hmm.
and you made more money. You correct me if I'm wrong. You made more money than Smack and them gave you because you was wise enough to know how to get some kind of endorsements or something to that effect.
Yeah,
If you could,
you
if you
know,
could speak about that.
a lot of battlers don't understand, or not even battlers, but people in general don't understand that they're walking billboards, and people have to pay billboards to advertise stuff. So, we're like a walking website, a walking anything. So when we get on these stages, we not understanding how many people watching these battles and how many products or companies need they items to be seen in front of these millions of people. And in that aspect, you have leverage. So, when you get to these certain stages or you get to these certain venues, it's easy to just pretty much get you a sponsor deck put together and send those sponsor decks out to, specific individuals, and motherfuckers will tip in for these big moments. Same thing they do with boxing, the same thing they do with, every big moment. You want your shit in the middle of that ring and there's gonna be millions of niggas watching, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Hey, so let's cover a couple things real quick. So you got this one person, Xzunoo, says
Mm-hmm.
why polite so materialistic. All right, and then we got another person named Boosted Autosports said did polite sell out Rolls
Yo,
Royce,
can,
and
can
then
I
hold on,
can
and,
I answer that for you?
oh yeah, and then watch this. I got one for you too. Who gives a fuck about battle rap? Now watch this. You just shared some information that is extremely valuable. This man didn't have to rely on the specific check that the league was giving him, but he's able to compound interest because he understands his worth and opportunities that are abound. But that goes over your head, and you're like, who cares about battle rap? But if you're paying attention, we wasn't even talking about battle rap just now. So that's in regards to the person who said who gives a fuck about battle rap, talk about something real. And then let's also discuss if I sold out because I got a Rolls Royce. I call these people names out, and then we can use you as a case study. So go ahead, Daylyt.
All right. In the aspect of selling out, I just always tell people this. Um, because a person has materialistic items don't mean he or she sold out. Um, Materialistic items are used as lures to attract people that normally wouldn't look at you. In an
Real shit.
aspect, in an aspect of this, if Brother Polite had on the dashiki, he would probably have 100 people in his live right now. It's
Real
a fact.
talk.
If he
Real
just
talk.
stayed preaching in the dashiki, he would have 100 people in there, probably less, probably 50. Instagram probably would have removed his whole shit from online.
The algorithm be
All the
all
real
fucked
niggas,
up.
all the real niggas that's talking that real shit. That look, this is how we supposed to look. Them niggas white. So what y'all got to understand, and just in the aspect of life, a lot of this shit is used as lures to attract people that it wouldn't normally attract. It's simple as that.
Real shit. Real shit.
But hey, conscious niggas, hey, let me tell you, it's 2021. Conscious niggas is tired of the dashikis, my nigga. We about to get lit out here. Fuck y'all niggas talking about.
Man, you ain't never lied. You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so here's another thing. Like, this is what people don't realize when it comes to this situation. I teach about prosperity. I teach about success, right?
Yeah.
So one of my sayings is you can't fake success. You just can't fake it. So after a while, somebody's gonna live down the block from me and be like, "Yo, I live right down the block from him. He live in the projects for real." Or secretly, his children are always ashy. Or you know what? He don't stay with the same car all week. That's just a rental, and he only has it 1 day out the year or 4 or 5 days out the year. But people that be walking with me, you feel what I'm saying? They keep up with me from 1 year to the next. They can say, yo, you know what? That's why that's so important is because, like I said, you can't fake success. So I'm saying this, love my life, but the doors to suicide. I'm saying this: if you teach about making money, you should look like money throughout the year, every year. So that way people know this shit ain't a fluke. Because I'm going to tell you this, a lot of pro-black people be talking about kill the white man, put boots on his neck. They talk all that shit, right? But they ain't catching no fucking bodies. They ain't out there like that for real. So they get to speak about imaginary things. They get to be fictional with their approach. And you guys are with that shit because they appeal to your emotions. But how many people are actually doing what they're talking about? So I teach people how to make bread. I teach them about stocks. I teach them about cryptocurrency. I teach them about the dividend reinvestment program. I teach them about mortgage hypothecation. You know what I'm saying? I teach them about these things, how to protect
Yo,
themselves, how to employ wealth stewardship or generational wealth. And then guess what? What I got to do is demonstrate it from time to time. So periodically, you're gonna see me pull out paper stacks. Periodically, you're gonna see me showing
yo,
you the V's and everything because that's actually my lifestyle. If I took a picture in front of a Toyota right now, motherfuckers would never be angry. They'd be like, yo, man, that's what's up. And in fact, they probably would be angry and say, that nigga ain't making no bread because he only around a Toyota. So then you
yo,
pull up
yo,
in a Rolls Royce and then they shit on you still because now they like, you stunting on your people. But I'm not stunting. This is just real life for me. So at the end of the day, like I'm saying, how can I teach about bread and don't show you the material aspect of it or the how can I not show you the material benefits of that which I teach? You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
yo, think about this, right? I'm gonna say this because I think I've been blessed with the ability to understand the world from a metaphorical aspect. So look at this. Want me to tell you why we don't like sitting in class coming up? Because we look at the teachers as bums. Most of the teachers, most of the teachers in public school, you go to the parking lot, them niggas got regular buckets. If the teacher came into class with $100,000 on the table and a big chain, I'm listening to every word he said. If all my teachers in high school was all millionaires, I would be a straight A student. I would sit in class every day and say, these niggas know how to get the bag. I'm listening to these niggas. But we don't listen to niggas who look like they don't got it. It's just natural. It's a simple setup.
Simple setup. You know what I'm saying? Just the way you put your bars. This shit is simple.
It's
You know what I'm
simple.
saying?
If you in the classroom right now, if you in fourth grade, right? Let's just say you fourth, fifth, sixth grade, whatever, and your teacher coming to class, nigga, with a big old chain on, nigga, that nigga pull up in a helicopter and shit, nigga, drop down from the helicopter and walk in the classroom, you're gonna be
got
like,
my
I'm
attention.
I'm coming to school every day and I'm gonna get straight fucking A's. Cause that
Real
nigga is
shit.
rich.
Yo, that's it at the end of the day. So people, what I realize, how people be throwing up when they see material success made manifest before the very people that they claim they wanted to have it. So it's sad. So even when I look, what I saw a post that you did, brother Day, and I meditated on it, man. It really resonated with me. Your mom's was in the post, and it was a crowded room, but you
Yeah.
had this disposition like you were alone, even though it was a crowded room, because you said you invited a lot of people from your personal life, friends and family. You even paid for some people to even come there. These are people that you empowered. And when you release your first album, your face says it all in the picture. Like, this should be like the happiest moment of your life at that particular point. But you look like so disappointed and alone, despite the crowded room. It looked like a great reception for your
It was
album,
sold out. It was sold
but you
out,
had to
bro.
share it with strangers. I want you to speak about that because that was a dope post.
Um,
I really thought about it because I could relate.
nah, it's just crazy in the aspect of understanding like I've done so much and do so much for tons of people, just especially close friends and family. And on that very day, I went out my way to make sure the people that I wanted to see there got the invite or got an option to come there or should have been there. And when I got there, I couldn't fathom why people wasn't there. I'm like, yo, this is not a show out the country, out the state. You know, most of the people in the live right now are people that came to the event. These
Wow.
are all like a lot of my new friends and family or whatever, people I consider family. But I couldn't register why people wasn't there. I didn't get it, right? And you know, here I am, you know, 4 years later, 3, 4 years later, I try to tell myself, I still try to ask myself, what is it? What is it that makes our people not necessarily not support us, but what is it that make our people do that? What do you think that is?
I'll tell you this. Hold on real quick, Day.
Right.
I'm just taking pictures to make sure I don't lose people's comments. Somebody said the underscore supplier. Oh, what makes our people do that? They full of shit. I'm gonna tell you they full of shit. Secretly, they don't want the progression of black people. They want the progression of themselves. And if they don't progress themselves, they hate on anybody else that's managed to accomplish their goals. And that's why I say it's either infatuation or infatuating. Infatuating or infatuating. And what I mean by that is the very reason people love you be the very reason they hate you. So let's say I always wanted to be a battle rapper, right? And then I see you establish yourself as elite and God tier. People really give you a great reception. They feel you, they embrace you, they love you. So now, in turn, because I love the art, I love the sport, I embrace you and I love you as my brother. But then now I get to know you. Now I want to start doing what you do, but I don't get the same reception that you get when you do it. Now my infatuation turns into infatuating because now you are a reminder of what I've yet to accomplish. Now, some people, they'll come to you and they'll ask you for advice so they can grow. Other people, they can't separate themselves from the art and your fame. And so now, every time you're in your glory, you are a reminder of my shortcoming. So my infatuation becomes, in fact, I'm hating. You
Wow.
know, and that's how I see it for the people. A lot of people wish they was in your spot. They want to do what you do, but secretly they want the fame that's attached to it. They're not just content with just the art itself. And what people don't realize, I'm more than sure that you never sat here and contemplated being a celebrity or being famous for your artistry. I'm sure you just the way you flow, this is just some shit that you are. And in turn, you wind up being famous for it. You know,
Nah,
like I,
fact.
I never intended to teach and be embraced by different celebrities and be a celebrity mentor. And that wasn't in my fucking head. I just
It
was
was
so excited from learning that I realized that the more you know, the less you know. And I was like, shit, I wish I knew this shit when I was a child. I wish I knew this shit when I was in school. I just got consumed with the idea that damn, the more I learn, the less I know. How much more knowledge do I not know? And I start sharing what I know. But my intention wasn't to write over 90 books, speak 7 different languages, be embraced by people world over. Everywhere I fucking go, people
that wasn't
know
the
who I am.
that wasn't the
That wasn't
main
the goal.
goal. Yeah, at all.
It wasn't the goal. I just kind of went along with the flow. So meanwhile, other people want the fame and they can't appreciate what I do as an art. They can't appreciate what I do as far as uplifting people because their mind is more focused on, damn, how come he gets all the attention and I'm the one spitting this real shit? I should get the attention. This is how people really be thinking in their head. So like when Daylyt does what he does, you got battle rappers that say, man, you see all the antics that Daylyt did? How come they fuck with him? People don't want to fuck with that real shit. No, you're corny, bro. That's why people don't fuck with you. You're actually corny. And instead of saying, you know what, maybe you're doing something wrong, you would like to believe something's wrong with everybody else. That's how deceptive these people are. They would like to believe something's wrong with everybody else for fucking with Daylyt, as opposed to realizing maybe they should change their format. That's
Mm.
how self-nourished and self-deceptive our people are. They can't just appreciate the fact, like, yo, maybe you were blessed. Maybe this is your gift. Maybe this is what you actually fucking do. Maybe the other guys battle rapping are not really supposed to be battle rapping. Did you ever take a second to think like that? Maybe
Yeah.
you should just get the fuck out the way and let the real people who was designed to do this shit instead of hating on people that have achieved the level of mastery. Man, the universe said that you're supposed to do what you do. Otherwise,
Yeah.
why would everybody embrace you as such? Why would they revere you so highly? You're supposed to do what you're doing. You're always supposed to be. If you wasn't, how did you get there? You know, so
Yeah.
like I said, infatuation or infatuating. The
Yeah.
very
Nah,
thing
that's
people love you for, over time it'd be the very thing. The same people that loved you for it hate you for it because they want to be you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just crazy because it's like even on that day, like you know, I have people in my life now that'll say things like I went Hollywood and I don't fuck with people no more. Or I don't come around no more.
Hollywood, yeah.
But that was the day. That was the exact day where I was like, oh, I see what's going on today. So I made a promise to myself that day that whoever's at this show, those are the homies. Those are the friends. Those are the people that I'm gonna consider family. I have family members, bro, like direct cousins, like direct cousins that I called the day after, like, yo, why you didn't come up? And a motherfucker like, oh, cause I'm gonna be honest, man, like I seen it, but I just, you just what? You, you,
Just what?
you just what? It was kind of far. It was kind of far. I stayed way over here. It was far. Okay, but you just went to Vegas last weekend, which is 5 hours away, but you
Real
couldn't
shit.
drive an hour. Okay,
Real
cool. I
talk.
see. So I just started to realize like some people, especially like close family members and shit, I think they just go, well, that's my family. It's my family, so I ain't really got to be there. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's just a weird feeling, man. But
Hey,
like you
peace,
said,
peace, peace to
I
my brother B Dot. I just see that he entered the chat.
let's get it.
So peace to the brother B Dot, the God. Hey, what's up, King? How you doing, King?
Yeah, I
We
just
good?
think
Feeling better?
it sucked, man. Like it's a painful feeling because I'm the type of nigga like I'm a super down to earth nigga, man, and I'll give my last to anybody. You know what I mean? I've given
I
my
bet if you
last
don't,
to people numerous times. Like to this day, I still
yeah.
go out of my way. Like with me being at the stature that I'm at, I still go way out of my way to help random people.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you about these double standards, man. The same way, cause like this person right here. Let me get their name. I like to let people know. People say, "Yo, why you give these guys attention?" Cause that's what they want. And when we note them for saying stupid shit, we should actually attach names to it so people can be aware if you ever come across them online. Oh yeah, that's the dummy that said that. So the underscore supplier underscore said Christ didn't have a Rolls Royce to make change. So I made sure I took a note of that while we're talking. You see,
Hey,
so
hey,
distracted. But
hey, hey, Christ has something that's way more flashier than the Rolls Royce. He turned all the water in the world to wine, my nigga. We was lit. That nigga said bottles on me. The nigga said bottles on me for the whole earth.
drinks is on the house.
What?
Hey, but I'll tell you this. Let's really get to it. And I know my brother B Dot can relate. People are always pushing these double standards because they want to keep the ignorance going. And what I mean by that is you got somebody that like B Dot that if he drops science in a battle, yeah, B Dot is my dude. So if he drops science in a battle, then people are like, yo, you oversaturating it with all this righteousness, right? So then if he get his hands dirty in the battle and he claps something, yo, I thought you supposed to be righteous though. Right. Yo, these motherfuckers think they really slick. They attempt to put you in a space where you got no arms or no legs. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want you mobile. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas
Like
is
you're
looking to cut
damned
your
if you
limbs off.
do, and you're darned if you don't.
Real shit. So he's a contradiction if he could connect with his people, because sometimes, conscious people get angry too. That's how I look at the music. Sometimes I am angry. I just don't want to know you angry all the fucking time because that's fake. Every day? Yeah, that's fake. So I don't want to hear no shit about you clapping niggas every day because you would have been locked up. But if you feel like clapping something, you've been dead. Exactly. You be dead or you be locked up. But if you feel like clapping something momentarily, I think that conscious people have the right to feel like that from time to time. So when B Dot do what he do, he might sue Woo 1 minute, but primarily he's going to drop knowledge. And
Yeah,
I think that's okay. But, the ignorant Negroes who only got gun bars, they want to set the tone for what you can say and what you can't say. Like, with
who can say what?
exactly, like King Los. They be like, yo, we don't want to hear that lyrical miracle shit, right? Then what exactly do you want to hear? Because at least it's something different and it gives contrast to what's being said. Like, why you want to promote our genocide so badly? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm looking forward to what you and Los is going to be doing. And on another note about Christ and use a Rolls Royce to get the people, that's under the presumption we believe Christ even existed in the first place. So that's one, you know, because I don't deal with the spooky shit. And two, what I want to say to my people out there that's in that religious gospel, which I call gospel, because I got a book called say gospel or gospel. What I want to say is this: you know that Moses parted the Red Sea. You know that Jesus multiplied loaves of bread, right, and fish, like just magically. You know that the nigga died and came back in the same fucking body, right? You know that Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in a fucking well, was never digested by the well, came out a whole nigga right after that shit. So what I'm saying is this. The reason why they got these crazy ass stories out there is because when you see a genius like Daylyt, or you see a genius like B-Dot, you see a genius like King Los, or you see somebody like myself write over 90 books and speak 7 languages and become a self-made multi-millionaire. You see someone like Dr. Sabi healing people world over, dropped out of school just like I dropped out of school, like Daylyt dropped out of school. When you see it, you can't even appreciate it because in back of your fucking mind, some nigga multiply loaves of fucking bread. You can't even appreciate real shit. In your mind, some nigga walked on water, and there ain't no way we could compete with that shit. So you're gonna undermine Malcolm X. You're gonna undermine motherfucking most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You're gonna undermine your brothers right before you. Like if you listen to the way Daylyt raps, like yo, Daylyt be saying some shit. Like I'm gonna tell you this, Daylight's probably notorious for misspelling words all over the fucking internet. Notorious. But this motherfucking mastery of words is so paradoxical that I'd be like, yo, how the fuck does this nigga understand language the way he does, the way he constantly misspells shit? Then I said this to myself. The fact that he misspells shit, he's seeing some shit in the words that we don't see because he's not following the rules. Yo, this
R.I.P.
nigga,
syntax.
the way he fucks with words, I'm telling y'all, I think people don't be understanding entendres and rhyme schemes enough to really understand your genius. I be listening to the shit you say, and I'm like, yo, this nigga, first of all, let me see. There was a battle that you did. I think it was with Loso.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you had a noodle scheme or some shit you said.
Oh shit.
You played with that shit so much. You said this. You used the same words like 3 or 4 fucking times and gave us 3 or 4 different executions. Like, yo, this shit is so easy. You found a way to fucking be slick with soup and noodles like 4 fucking times or some shit. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then you did it with some other words. And I'm like, yo, this nigga Daylyt this nigga's a genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Fact.
you got to really be in the fucking know to know what you're dealing with. And the reason why people can't embrace you is because some niggas spend 3 days, 3 nights like a fucking hotel in a well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, this nigga checked into the well, Jonah's well. He checked in for 3 days and 3 nights and checked out, left with his luggage and everything fucking whole. And this is the reason why people can't respect their own people, because they got these mythological creatures in their head that has done things so fucking impossible that if we accept these biblical stories of the miracles that people have done that we don't bear witness to, nobody on earth bears witness to anybody walking on water. Nobody on earth bears witness to a well that can't even swallow. A well can't even swallow an orange, but it could swallow a whole nigga. And he could check into the fucking well for 3 days and 3 nights and come out undigested, unsinged, here the same way. So what I'm saying is, yo, our people aren't even designed to be able to appreciate the genius that we see in each other because they set the bar so high with these biblical narratives and these Islamic narratives and these Judaic narratives that when we do ingenious things right before each other, we're like, that shit's light because this nigga didn't multiply wine. This nigga didn't split the water. You know what I'm saying? He didn't walk on water. So what are we really talking about here? You feel like?
No, that's facts.
Yeah, man. Like, so yeah, I'm giving you your flowers now. I'm saying, like, if you guys are really paying attention, I understand what you think battle rap is, but if you listen to people like B-Dot, if you listen to people like King Los, if you listen to a Loaded Lux, if you listen to people like Daylyt, yo, some shit is being said.
Those are my favorite battle rappers.
Yo, some shit is being said, and you gotta really listen to it.
That's why because I'm a lyrical person, bro.
These cats is downloading data from the universe. You can't just make up shit like that. You gotta really be in tune.
Anybody can make up a gun bar.
Anybody can do it. Well, shout out to Tay Rock, because I mean, just when I think he gonna run out of gun bars, that motherfucker always got a gun bar. You know what I'm saying? And he does a great job.
But he's one of the few that's different.
Yeah, Tay Rock he's definitely.
Everybody else sounds.
You know why he's different? Because that nigga put his brain into gun bars so fucking much and said, I'm gonna master this. He's transcendental with gun bars, right? But and that was a legendary joint that he did with Daylyt. And I'm gonna show you how powerful Daylyt is. Daylyt's so powerful. Fucking Tay Rock took his shit to another level because he was aware who he's about to battle. I'm like, yo, Tay Rock, I've never seen that version of Tay Rock. The Dracula version of Tay Rock got a stake. And Daylyt did that because he knew he would have got cooked if he just came in his regular form. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga knew. That nigga knew. And that's why I'm excited about the King Los Daylyt joint, because Los ain't no slouch. And I know Los knows that, like, Daylyt is a serious fucking problem because Los is intelligent. And that's why I'm like, to me, that battle right there is the most important battle. I think of this generation until there's another opportunity that presents itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that battle right there. First of all, that battle should be the main event or co-main event. Shout out to my man Calico. I appreciate him because of his growth, because he matured quite a bit. I know people say he be trolling and everything, but that brother evolved too. You know, just like Averb. Averb went through an evolution, you know, and he evolved too. So I see a lot of people evolving in the culture. And I know they're not going to credit the pioneers of consciousness, but it is what it is. You know, so long as they evolve, that's the goal. But yeah, man, how do you prepare for a person like King Los, Brother Day? How do you prepare for,
I think,
because I know you know Los is brilliant.
yeah, I think preparing for this battle is preparing for two battles, right? One via it be the battle between me and him, and then the other battle is between the subconscious of the people that's watching. So, I think the hardest part for me was finding what keys that I want to use to open the mind. Because, you know, everybody's mind got different doors, and there's going to be a lot of people watching. You got industry people that's going to watch that don't even know battle rap. You got battle rap people watching. You got the conscious community watch. It's different crowds. There's a lot of different crowds that's going to tap into this battle. And finding a way to narrate what I want to say that will be able to touch all of them. Because, you know, if we go too deep, it is in Atlanta. If we go too deep, we're going to lose the crowd. You get what I'm saying? It's Atlanta crowd. We go too deep, we're going to lose the crowd. If we go not too deep, the woke niggas going to be like, man, give me some woke shit. You know, and if we sit right in the middle, it might not be enough for everybody. So that's pretty much what I've been trying to figure out just coming up. And I'm all wrapped up now, but for the most part, that was the hardest challenge for me, like executing an idea or creating what I consider inception. Planning the idea inside of an idea, inside of an idea, inside of an idea, then going deep in to take that idea out. And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Man, that's. I say this though. So right now, I know a very popular consensus is, you know, suddenly everybody's a Daylyt fan now, which is great. I'm happy for you with it. You know, in terms of this battle, because you do battle rap. Los has battled, but of course we know battle rap has evolved. He got his hands dirty. He dealt with Head Ice on short notice. So I think that was phenomenal, having about 2.5 weeks for him to prepare. He did a great job with that. But if we talking about playing to the level of our competition, if we talking about it, this goes beyond respect, because we know Los's capabilities as far as lyricism is concerned. You know, what is the ultimate goal? Like, I heard what you said about the two battles, and I think that's real unique, and that's a great approach towards it. How do you identify? What's your ultimate goal with this battle? And the reason why I say that is because I don't believe there's a ultimate goal of battles all the time. And what I mean by that is, if you battle one brother, is I got to beat him in a rap battle. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this King Los thing like this is more than, oh, let me beat King Los at rap. You
Yeah.
know, I'm looking at this like there's so much more that can be accomplished. What are you looking to accomplish other than the obvious? Other than, oh, let me 3-0 my brother. Like, what are you looking to accomplish? Because I believe there's something else there. Oh, I could be wrong.
No, you're absolutely right, and for that reason is why I even took this battle.
Mm.
Um, Los in general is just he's just rocket fuel for me right now. No disrespect, like no disrespect, but this battle is just rocket fuel. Like I'm already blasting in a specific direction, but this is just like pouring gas on this bomb that I had to explode. So he's just
Oh,
the gas used for this. And it's the same thing I told Los prior. You know, I called him and told him that we have an opportunity to shift Earth, and
talking that
I'm
talk.
going to do it. I'm most definitely gonna rock the whole planet.
Man, this shit getting exciting, man.
I'm gonna shake this motherfucker badly. And
So what I'm going to ask you is, do you feel we're going to see the best version of Day? I know there's so many versions of Day, and we've seen some amazing versions. We've seen Daylyt versus Oops Day.
yeah,
You know, I like the Ill Will
yeah,
Day as well.
this the thing with me, polite. And you know, like I'm always creating different me's or different
Fact,
characters or different ideas. Like I've never stayed the same.
real
So
talk.
I don't think anybody should go into this battle saying what he gonna be like. I think you should come into
Mm,
this battle with an open mind and say,
wow,
let's see what new character, let's see what new level of Super Saiyan this nigga gonna give us this time.
man, this
I'm
shit
most
getting
definitely
spooky.
all right. So you know how like in Super Saiyan and Goku, the nigga got the blonde hair, then he got longer blonde hair, then he got longer blonde hair, and then he got so good that he just went back to regular black hair, just regular black. Like that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm in super like Wusa mode, bro.
Man,
Like
I'm
it's so crazy that
shit.
throughout the battle, and I'll just give y'all a secret, but throughout the battle, like I also be rapping in click language too. So if you're familiar with click, you're gonna hear, you know, different things inside the battle just with click. So